Hello folks, welcome to another episode. What is this guy doing? Clearly there's a sign there, he should have made a right turn. There's a little bit of damage on the door, I'm not sure if they hit something now or previously, but know where you're going. It was a learner, but granted, but still. Interesting moves. It's not how you do it, but you know. When in Burnaby. U-turn. It's a gutsy U-turn. When you're making a lane change, always check your blind spots, okay? Especially when you have cars changing into the same lane at the same time. I should have the right of way here, or my student in this case. No. Same intersection. I mean, come on. For whatever reason, I've shown this four-way multiple times in previous videos. Again. I mean, just what are we doing, folks? It's laughable at this point. No effort. E for effort. I mean, just rolling stops left and right. This is same street. Same street, just a different four-way. U-turns, and there was a cop right up ahead there. And there's a truck turning right. This is why you don't do U-turns in intersections. Left turn, no U-turn. It's a U-turn. I've shown these situations in previous videos as well. Don't be tailgating and, you know, you're tapping your brakes, or in this case, depending how you have this Tesla set up, if you're decelerating, you can also activate the brake lights. So, you know, just move over or drive faster. If you're scared to drive on the highway, the speed limit at least, then don't drive on the highway. Like, just drive through the city. If you have no business driving on the highway, stay home. Check your blind spots before you make lane changes, especially at these higher speeds. Could have been a bad one. Now this guy has to slow down a little bit. Better choices should have been made. And drivers. So that's one lane change without a signal. Second one coming up. And then finally that blinker fluid kicks in and we have a signal. Can you go across 3 lanes like that? Yeah, for sure. Especially if you signal. Don't go around cars in school zones, especially if there's a double yellow line. Or cyclist, or anyone for that matter, because in this case it is illegal, so could have waited literally 30, 40 feet. Why are we not using sidewalks? This really upsets me. If this is your grandma or grandpa, or if you know that they're doing this, tell them to stay on the sidewalk. This intersection is always a shit show, and I've had students who specifically asked me about this intersection. You know, this is just what happens. Right? So that car should have yielded. This is why you don't move your car into an angle like that, and then you have this parking lot is also a shit show. I've shown this in my previous videos ad nauseum. It's just how people drive, man. Lack of skills. And then we're pulling over. Like, I guess you're going to park there. Again, no signal. You're not informing anyone what the hell you're doing. You don't have the right of way there, man. You just don't, okay? If you're turning, use that radius wisely. I mean, you're so far away from the curb there. If there was a car sitting there at that stop sign or approaching closer, 2-3 seconds closer for us, who knows how that situation plays out. Almost the same scenario here. I mean, I don't understand at this point how some of these people get their licenses. That's borderline. This is my student driving. And at this point, you should have exited the intersection a little bit faster, right? So you don't want to be hesitant. You have to be a little bit more confident and a little bit more decisive. Okay, good, quick decisions, safe decisions are key. That's an almost. If you're pulling out of a two-way or one-way intersection, check your blind spots. It's bike season, so red lights don't mean anything. Just a little bit of popo. Come on. 3 o'clock shenanigans, man. Decisions are made poorly. Just like here. I don't know how many times I've shown this intersection. It's just frustrating that people keep doing this and blocking the intersection, especially this right lane here. As it happens right here. And it will actually happen again on the next cycle of lights. So I think this car is going to sneak through here on the yellow, or if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay. Red light, but so, we're rolling forward. And here we go again. And at this point, I'm pretty pissed off. And everyone is honking around. It's loud out there. Plus the rain. So now this is going to happen again. And this guy will move forward a little bit, and I'm going to escape on the yellow. I'm going to pretty much do the same thing as the previous car did. But do not proceed into the intersection when it's not clear. So that doesn't matter if you're going straight left or right. Okay, it's irrelevant. Those two cars there should not have been in the intersection at all, and probably the previous two cars as well. It's just, it happens here all the time, and I understand why, but it's just stupid. Again, stop signs just seem to be a problem today, or at least in the month of April. Here we'll have a somewhat unusual incident, as it wasn't particularly windy or stormy that day, but we had a fallen tree. So, sometimes you got to go off-roading. Get your four-wheelers out. And we're back. Questionable events here. Almost the same situation as previously. Now this guy is using his signal, so okay. This guy did not use the signal to pull out, and then he's not going to use the signal to, I don't know if he's making a right turn or if he's just kind of stopping there. Almost got rear-ended by yours truly. decisions. Why can't we make freaking decisions? You were turning left and then you wanted to go straight, and now you want to turn left again, and you're gonna almost pretty much block the lane, or at least put yourself in a compromising position where if someone really doesn't give a shit, they'll just drive by and clip the corner of your car. Okay? Again, if you're lane changing, especially in these situations, check your blind spots. Specifically if you're driving a large vehicle like this, okay? You can't just make a lane change like that and expect me to let you in when you are just in my blind spot. That's a very precarious position for you to be in, to make a lane change. Even in the parking lot, you have to be careful and look out for, you know, strange things. Canadian chicken cobras, they're everywhere. They're having babies right now, so be extra cautious and careful. Again, it's all about making decisions and being decisive and confident, right? So that person has crossed there, and that Tesla definitely could go, and he could definitely quickly turn now. Okay, that is essentially a protected turn by everyone, or the car's turning left there, right? So he hesitated, maybe because of the minivan, who knows? There are 2 lanes there, now he's kind of blocking my way. So again, better choices could have and should have been made. You live and you learn. This car here is turning left, but then he isn't. Okay, so let him clear, off we go. That's why you always got to be vigilant. Be on the lookout. And if you're pulling out of the parking lot, always check your blind spots. This post office truck driver just almost clipped us, just came out of nowhere, flying through a side street. Anyways, that's it, that's all. See y'all later. Ciao.